Have you ever worked the late shift all alone in a big, empty building? There's a certain kind of quiet that isn't peaceful. It's heavy. It's the kind of quiet that makes you hear things that aren't there. Or at least, you hope they aren't. I used to be a security guard at an old textile mill that had been converted into a modern office complex. Most nights were the same, boring, quiet, just me and the hum of the servers in the basement. One Tuesday, things felt off. It started subtly. A door I knew I had locked was suddenly ajar on my patrol. I'd chalk it up to being tired, lock it again, and move on. Then I started hearing noises, a soft scraping sound from an empty floor above me. I'd go check, my heavy footsteps echoing in the cavernous space, but I'd find nothing. Just rows of dark desks and sleeping computer monitors. I tried to rationalize it. Old buildings make noises. The heating system, the wind, but the sounds got more specific. One night, I heard what sounded exactly like a chair dragging across a wooden floor. The problem was, all the floors were carpeted. Every single one. My heart hammered against my ribs. I called out, "Hello, is anyone there?" Only the echo of my own voice answered. The real terror began when I was in the security office watching the monitors. The cameras were motion activated and they were a bit old, glitchy. But this was different. A camera in the third floor hallway flickered on. The hallway was empty. Then it flickered on again and again. It was as if something was moving just fast enough to trigger the sensor, but too fast for the camera to capture. I stared, my breath held tight in my chest. Then, on the screen, I saw it. For just a split second before the camera went dark again, a figure. It was tall, impossibly thin, and hunched over, its limbs long and spidery. It was standing at the far end of the hall, and it seemed to be looking directly at the camera. Directly at me. A cold dread, colder than the air-conditioned office, washed over me. I felt like I was the one being watched. I spent the rest of that shift locked in the security office, my eyes glued to the monitors, jumping at every shadow. The figure didn't appear again. When the sun finally came up and the first employees started to arrive, their cheerful morning greetings felt like they were from another world. I quit that day. I didn't give a reason. I just packed my things and left. Sometimes, when I'm home late at night and the house is quiet, I think about that mill. I think about that tall, thin figure in the dark hallway. And I can't shake the feeling that someday, when I'm watching and waiting, I might see it again. Not on a security monitor, but standing at the end of my own hallway, waiting in the dark.